Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Flying, get on board. We're smiling on top of the world. Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind. Flying, get on board. We're soaring on top of the world. Flying, get on board. We're soaring on top of the world.
All right, welcome our friends from YouTube and we at Twitch here. We've been going through the pre-flight a little bit of this bird. There are a lot of quirks with the Flight Factor A320. That's why if you caught our video, which will release the FedEx flight from Montcan to Montreal, why I say there's not as many quirks. And that plane, miraculously, thank you so much, has come through X-Plane 12 pretty well without many problems. I can't even think of one, for me at least. Now, I've seen some people recording stuff, I don't know. But for me, they've kept up and it did a great job. The A320 is kind of on that tipping scale. You just never know what you're going to get with the next beta. And they're one of those companies that will not update in betas, even though sometimes those betas are actually release clients. So, but you know, it's their company. Don't take me the wrong way there, Flight Factor. You do as you please. But this aircraft has issues that really need to be addressed. Radios, the EFB, the panel itself looks old and just nothing like what it was like in the X-Plane 11. So, but anyway, it's flyable, it's workable. You know, in the grand scheme of things, that's all we can ask for. So, but anyway, the A320, we're flying for Piedmont Virtual. Gonna try something here. Well, it's now working. Cool. I don't know what happened. But anyway, it wasn't working for the last flight. So, anyway, let's get this thing finished up, get on the way. We're on our way to Omaha. We got a nice short flight ahead of y'all. Matter of fact, if I'm thinking ahead of schedule like I should be, let's use Elevatech this time. And I've already started the ACARS program, so we will at least get credit on this second flight. All right, so where we left off at, folks, was the flight plan, which the IRS has aligned, so let's finish up there. But before we jump too far in here, let's recap the flight. Real quick, Sim Toolkit and, oh, that one. And we are online at Omaha Airport, gate number 2. Didn't want to cough in your ears. All right, so for this flight, now, bear with me. This is part of the EFB, but not the major problem. This is just like a hiccup compared to the major problem. You can only put 136 people in it. They're wanting 160. This aircraft is capable of 180, maybe more. And you can't do it currently. You could with a modification over in X-Plane 11. Unfortunately, you can't here. So, augment, like I always say, I try to use the zero fuel weight for where we get to. 8,800 pounds cargo here. Well, because we're, what, 24, 26 people shy. Add that in, it's about 15,000 pounds of cargo. We're actually making more money in the belly than above, probably. So, but anyway, so we're going to run with 36,800 pounds roughly of payload. We got 13,479 pounds loaded of fuel, and our route is direct rock onto the Neitzer 3 arrival into Minneapolis. 31,000 is all we're going to get. It isn't a very long flight, folks, especially at a cost index of 5. Game plan is to land on 1-2 right unless ATC changes that. Departing 1-4 right. All right, weather here, it's just breezy, I think, from coast to coast, folks. Yesterday we had lots of wind on the west coast. Today, lots of wind from Montkin all the way through the east coast. It's just a windy week. 110 at 15, so 1-4 is a good choice. 10 miles. Lowest layer of clouds is 18,000 feet. No ceiling here. Beautiful day, other than the fact it's 30 degrees outside. 1 degree Celsius for the rest of y'all in the world. Hopefully, we'll get 1-2 right up in Minneapolis, because the winds are 120 at 10 right down the runway. So highest clouds there, lowest is a few at 8,000 and 25,000. So a beautiful day, but a very cold day up there. 12 degrees. I'm calling dispatch. I think it's time we need to turn this plane around. No, it's just too cold. But anyway, yeah, we asked for it. So, all right, like I said, we're already on VATSIM. We're all ready to go. We just got a few things left to do, namely to see maybe, and our transponder has come alive. The radio set in this plane really needs to be addressed by Flight Factor. I know they put a call out, what's wrong with our 757, 767s, and everyone said, not much. It's the A320 your eyes need to be on. And, well, we'll see if they actually paid attention. But anyway. All right, so back to what we were doing. All right, so we're on the F plan page. So we've actually, you know what? I'm going to go back to init. Make sure nothing changed. Bear with me, folks. We all know it has stayed. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yeah, that's part of the problem. The data in the EFB gets screwed up between the time we loaded it to the time we get to the McDo. It's just like, why have it? You know, it really is. Why have it? Just aggravates. That's why I got to write my weights down, because I guarantee you it changes. All right, so we said 1-4 right or 1-4 left? Bear with me as I get up here. 14 right. Oh, that's right. That's the longer runway. No Sid or Omaha 1. Let's take a look at the Omaha Uno departure. Pretty sure it's just fly runway headings. To 5,000, yeah. And then on course. Okay. We'll just omit that and go insert. And again, we're direct rock. Hang on a second. And now we have to put in our arrival information. Arrival. Okay, so we're shooting for 12 right currently. Okay, visuals are in use for 12 right. Visual for final approach over noise sensitive areas. Okay. I don't think they're going to complain too much in the sim, but you never know, folks. You just never know about them simulated people out there. All right, approach. No, we're not coming in on the 30s. How about this? Let's, for now, plan the RNAV Yankee. Or is that, yeah, off Greek. 12 right. Wait, yeah, that'll work. That'll put us right in, right on it. And so let's look for it. RNAV, Yankee, 12 right. Okay, we're gonna fly the arrival Nitzer. Oh, via. Oh, we have a transition that didn't get taken. Again. What is that? ROKKK. All right. Insert. Okay. Back the truck up. Okay, so we're coming off 14. That looks good. To rock. To Fusey, raise, KB, D-mill, Nitzer. Daril, Godney, Elko, saving, get Greek. Okay, so from Greek, we start the arrival, the RNAV, and that'll be Titan, Eden, Carlson, Zestykins, and the runway. After that, we go out to FGT for our missed approach, and then down to Des Moines for our alternate if needed. All right, so that's cool. I know I take a little longer than most here, folks, but I've actually run in where things were missing and messed up. I'd rather fix it now than in the air. And ATC is yelling at me, why are you off course? And blah, blah, and yeah. And believe me, some of them do yell. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so with the flight plan, let's go to RadNav. We're set. Performance. All right, let's come over here to the performance calculator. Okay, 2896. Does that sound right for our runway? 14, where is 14 right? 2896 heading 142. Hey, it works out pretty good. 985 feet. They're saying 984. They're saying 0. We last saw uno. Minus uno. We'll take it. And 1025. Does that sound and jive pretty close? Sure does. Wind 110 at 15. Okay. Overall, the weather came in good. Everything looks good. Let's go. It's a 9,500 foot runway, flaps 1. Anti-ice. We'll go engines, air conditioning on. Let's calculate as a flex. Sounds good. Set it. All right. Now let's go back here real quick. We're going to go 1. Diagonal. And just type what it says trim position. So DN 2.0 61. If you know the formulas, you can change the thrust reduction, engine out information. Otherwise, leave what comes up. Looks like we're ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain and crew would like to welcome you on board this Airbus A320. If you haven't already done so, please stow your carry-on luggage under the seat in front of you, or in an overhead bin. The captain and crew will do everything possible to make your flight comfortable and enjoyable. The captain, the crew, and flight factor wish you a pleasant flight.
This is what I'm talking about, flight factor, if you ever watch. This may not work either. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It did that time, and it shouldn't have to come down to that. Now, if you're using the ATC, be careful using the PA, because you could lose your radio channel. Yeah, and I don't know where that lies. It seems to be working, so we'll go with it. And I left Sim Toolkit up. My goodness. I'm sorry, folks. Okay. All right, I'm going to try to help myself out a little more. We're ready to go. The only things left on our checks are APU. Just waiting for the flap open. Okay. Hit the starter. All right, let me finish up here real quick. Okay, probe heat's off. Well, auto. Air conditioning. We'll check. Okay, everything looks ready to go. External power. Not yet. Almost did it like I did one other time. I think we're safe, but let me check. Yes, we are. Okay, everything's set, ready to go. APU up and running. So we can head over here. Okay. I think we're ready to go. The only thing is in the middle here. LS constraints, LS constraints. And currently we'll head up to 30. What was it? 31? 31.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Okay, we're ready to go. Actually, we're leaving out a lot earlier, I think, than forecasted. Hang on. Due out at 21:05. Oh, we're about 15 minutes early. We're right in the crap.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Cleared to connect. Face north, please. Okay, transponder.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Brakes off.
Start
Pushes.
pushback, and you may start engines.
Omaha common traffic, northwest, hang on folks. That right? Yep. Omaha common traffic, why is it? I know why. It's what I was telling you about up in, when I did the Indy flight. I lost comms. That's what happened. All right, Omaha common traffic, northwest 1092, pushing back out of stand 2, taxi to 14 right.
Operations complete. Set parking brake.
So you got to be careful with that using the PA.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
See, watch.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I did set the brake right. Yep. Okay. Firing up number 1.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the crew, we kindly ask that you direct your attention to the review of the emergency procedures. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you. Note that the nearest exit may be behind you. Should the cabin experience sudden pressure loss, oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose, pull the strap to tighten it and breathe normally. If you are traveling with children, make sure that your own mask is on before helping your children. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing, leave your carry-on items behind. Life vests are located below your seats, and emergency lighting will guide you to the closest
Okay,
exit.
we want this to say
We ask
down.
that you make sure that all carry-on
2.
luggage is stowed away safely during the flight. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety data
And then
card
while
in
I'm
the
here,
seat pocket in front of you.
okay, we don't have to worry about slides. Let's make sure that APU shutting down. Nose wheel brakes. Okay, lights. Flight controls checked. No messages other than to set the auto brake. And we're warmed up. Okay, terrain's on. Okay, here we go. Okay, folks, welcome aboard. Hope you enjoy. We are aboard Piedmont Virtual Airlines. It's a historical homogenization of a lot of airlines, not to mention Piedmont. Now, I did mention they are a bit against X-planers. They've been, I mean, they support us to a point, and that's about as far as I'll take it. But I hang around. I mean, there have been many a times I've been ready to hang this one up, and their other one. When airlines take that position, I kind of like, I'm out of here. But they are, as they say they are. They are as realistic as you possibly could get airline-wise, without actually getting a paycheck. So, but be mindful though when you join. I'll give you the link again while we're going. I didn't put it in the title. Read all of it, folks. They're, I mean, tight, and they will reject an entire flight if you land too hard. That's why I was a little nervous to take my 319. Tail number didn't match one of theirs, and I'm like, I could just see them saying, nope, rejected. And I know many of you say that's wrong, but you know, you signed up for it. So it wasn't like this all the time, but it has come that way. And it's sad, but it is, you know, it's just the reality. And some VAs are this way. All right.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
Omaha traffic, Northwest 1092 departing 14 right to the south.
Caution, on taxiway, on taxiway.
Okay, airspeed's alive. V1, rotating.
Too low, terrain.
All right, we're on our way. Let's finish up the procedures here. Flaps are up, spoilers unarmed, and that's the bad thing. You don't have that white ribbon to tell you you're armed. And we're on our way direct ROKKK and the Nitzer, I think it's called. Yeah, Nitzer 3 arrival. So folks, we're on our way. Again, with this aircraft, you have to watch that your microphone is connected. Otherwise, you could be talking in the blind to anyone. So like if you use this over here, just know, because we're going to go ahead do the climb here in a minute. And once we clear it at 10,000, actually, I'm going to, while we're doing this, set our lights. And then stand by. We'll be doing that here in a minute. All right, there's 10,000. So yeah, just make sure your microphone, even though it says TXRX and all of that up here, to ensure you're in and talking to them, make sure you click back, because I'm going to tell you, if you're using the XP12 ATC, which by the way, I highly recommend, and I haven't here of late, so get ready for that to come back here soon. It's phenomenal, folks. It really is. I don't say that much about the ATC systems and sims. They're usually pretty awful. Not this one. It is right on and doing what it was meant to do. So really a good alternative. Also, real quick on that ATC, flight instructors, real world. You got a new private pilot coming in, green to the airplane, green to what air traffic control sounds like and all. I don't normally recommend using a flight simulation based ATC. I do recommend X-Plane 12. I think you will find how amazing they have set up that ATC. It's not like the days of FSX and a century of flight and beyond, where it was, where? When are you going to turn me for the runway? We're 70 miles away. I had that once. That's why I like using that. And I just turned and it still didn't pick up. That it was just horrid. This one is really good. I'm not saying to teach it, but to let them listen to it. Sometimes just the listening is what people need to understand and to become more confident with it. I've been around it for, good Lord, 40 years. So it's like talking to the next door neighbor for me, but for some, it is scary. I've watched people totally freeze with the mic when something went astray or didn't go as scripted. And so that's why I say, think about that, flight instructors. So, and you vehicle managers out there at airports. So, but anyway, let's get on up to Minneapolis. Y'all enjoy. It's been a great flight so far. We're showing about 30 minutes out already, so enjoy the ride. I'm glad to have y'all aboard. All aboard! Oh wait, wrong mode of transport. So, enjoy, folks. And word has it on the street, Las Vegas, I believe, is Friday night ops. Don't know if I heard that right or not. So get ready for that. I'm just checking in on something here.
Altimeter setting.
Oh, be quiet. Whoops. All right. My wife complains that her car talks to her too much. Well, sometimes these flight sims talk too much. All right. Well, we're about to go to an ad break here, folks, so it's a good time. We'll just kind of sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Since it's such a short one, I will try to get that seatbelt sign off so our passengers can buy some more alcohol. I mean, stretch their legs, use the restroom before we got to turn it back on. Have a good day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You may now move about the cabin. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever seated. You may now turn on your electronic devices, such as calculators, mobile phones, and laptop computers.
Huh, that was interesting. Calculators. Wow. Very interesting indeed. Didn't know calculators were that dangerous to aircraft. All right, let's look at this Nitzer 3. At or above 24 at KB. You know what? I'm a little nervous in the winter. Turning it on. Above 16, above 12. Okay, so I figure from 30, 31, 5 times, let's see, 5 times 3 is 15. So yeah, somewhere between Fusey and RRAS will begin our descent. All right, folks, I will be right back. I'm going to let some light into the office now that the sun is no longer blinding me. Be right back. All right, back with y'all. All right, we're about to level off 16 minutes after brake release on the runway. Not bad. And I am not seeing top of descent. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, did something disconnect? Aha, it did. Hey, that's better. Okay, Now my mouse is like locked into control of it. There we go. You guys quit messing with me. Ah, we're getting some precip up ahead of us. Let's check the radar real quick. Tilt 2. I'm going to go level. Okay, let's see how this is going to shape up. You know, I did not see anything in my routing that said anything about weather. Okay, we're 56 miles out from top of descent. Next. Okay, so we're looking at 30.54 temperature. Where's the minus? There it is. 9. Wind 130. All right, for the RNAV, we're looking at 349. Okay. Not sure where all of this red came up at, folks, but boy, we got a lot. And it is not showing up on Sim Toolkit either. All right, well, we'll just press on. I hope y'all are enjoying, and interesting turn of events here. We all of a sudden have this big red blob on us. All right, folks, we are pushing through something that does not show up on any of the tracking with weather added to it. So I don't know where all of this is being generated. Hopefully all will be okay for the arrival. Let's just, you know what, 39 minutes ago, still broken 25,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seats are in an upright position, tray tables are folded, and seat belts are securely fastened. Also, make sure all carry-on items are stowed under the seat in front of you, or in the overhead bins. Please turn off all your electronic devices until we are parked at the gate. We hope you have enjoyed the flight with us, and would like to remind you that cushions and blankets as well as parts of the aircraft are to be left in the plane. Thank you.
That last part always gets me, folks. I always get a good laugh. All right. I don't know what kind of radar returns, where this is generating, but not on the METARs. And I don't know, yeah, there's a lot to what we're being displayed. I don't know where or how weather flight sims, how that all delineates, but interesting to say the least. Because for the most part, that's all we should see is a broken layer of clouds above Minneapolis. We'll see. All right, Savage at 10,000. Then Greek, and Greek is 8,000. Wow.
Altimeter setting.
Already did it. We got anything speed-wise to worry about? 250 Elko.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes our aircraft will land at the destination airport. For your safety, we ask you to remain seated until the aircraft comes to a complete stop and the fasten seatbelt sign is turned off. When preparing to depart, please make sure to take all your personal belongings with you. Attention international travelers, if you are continuing your flight, follow the signs to International Transit Area.
Minneapolis traffic, Northwest 1092, approximately 20 miles south. Just for your information, we'll be switching to common traffic to shoot the RNAV 12 right. Okay, we're about to hit Greek. Minneapolis common traffic, Northwest 1092 over Greek on the RNIP for 12 right, 7,000 feet. Okay, ground spoilers, seatbelts set, 3 green. I don't see an airport yet. Come around, maybe we will. Think I got the runway. Folks, we're cleared to land. And Minneapolis traffic, northwest 1092, initial zesty runway in sight. Where'd all this rain come from? Flaps full, spoilers set, gear down, cleared to land. And Minneapolis common traffic, northwest 1092, 3-mile final for 12 right.
200. 400. 100 above. Minimum 300.
Caution, taxiway. Caution, taxiway.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 20, 10. 10, 5.
Caution, on taxiway. On taxiway.
Minneapolis traffic, Delta 1737, taxiing to runway
Caution,
12
on
right, via Alpha,
taxiway. On
Minneapolis.
taxiway.
And Minneapolis traffic, Northwest 1092 off 12 right to the ramp. That was a horrible landing. Flat out horrible landing.
Minneapolis traffic, Delta 1737, crossing runway 4, Minneapolis.
Oh, thank you, Tomcat. That was an absolute horrible, horrible landing. Oh well. Hey, you know what? We're going to walk away from it. You know what that means? It was a good landing. forgot to turn that on. Okay, let's get that going. Well, we'll see what the airline that I'm flying for nails me for. Probably, at least it'll move my destination, hopefully. If not, well, it is what it is.
Minneapolis traffic, Delta 1737, departing runway 12 right, Shep 1 departure to the southwest, Minneapolis.
All right. It's filed. Let's see what the airline did to it. After I log back in. Well, at least we got the points. We came in at 541 feet a minute per Pegasus. And those new to Pan Am Virtual will know that as well. That's the new ACAR system for them as well. Not the same airline. Please do not think that. Just same system. It's snowing here. Is that in the METAR? No. No. Oh man. All right. Anyway, let's you know, take a look. Yeah, we know. Complete. $541, yeah, 112, yeah, we bounced. Big time. All right, yeah, that was a horrible landing. Absolutely horrible. All right, well, you know, you can't have great landings all the time. I get it. It did. Oh, and that's another thing that happens a lot. The staircase comes out instead of when you put it on come in on gate. So, all right, cargo column. All right, so let's finish this up and call it for. Ooh, come on. There it goes. All right, so Sim Toolkit. Hey, Tomcat, thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. And thanks for the words of encouragement. All right, Sim Toolkit. $534 feet a minute at 111 knots. That's the big deal on this whole approach. too slow. Too slow, and I think I put too much into it on the flare. Obviously, that's what made us balloon. Okay, so 10,000 feet runway. First spot we touched down at was 2,000 feet down the runway. And I'll bet we were somewhere right about here for the final once we bounced. Again, 534 feet a minute. Yeah, look at that pitch. That's borderline tail strike. Not going to go out and look. 1.6 on the G's. So yeah, not a great landing, but we made it nonetheless. We got the hours, and you know, it is what it is. You can't, nothing you can do about it other than to say, doggone it, that was a horrible landing. All right, we're going to come off and we're going to take a look at the plane. The plane. And sunset here as well. That's kind of funny. We landed in Montreal earlier today to sunset. Now it's sunsetting in Minneapolis. How about that? All right, folks. Well, it was a great time, great day. Tomorrow, I do plan to find hopefully a little time to fly the Laminar fly-in to Burlington, Vermont. I'm going to get the details and find out what I need to do, when I need to do it. And hopefully we do a better job at flying than we did today. So I hope you all have a great weekend. Those of you interested, according to the spy flight, Vegas is your Friday night ops. So check it out if you're into that. We'll pass. And like I said, tomorrow is Laminar at Burlington. And that ought to be a good... Now things make a lot more sense why I always saw updates at Burlington. So y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see you, if not tomorrow, Monday. God bless you all.
Attention all aircraft.
Have a wonderful day.
Information null. Current altimeter 3053.
See you then.